Hi folks, I haven't done a YouTube video in a long time. Hopefully you can get this to upload. Today we're going to do something a different topic we haven't talked about in a long time, and that's trees. Today I'm going to show you how to grow white poplar from cuttings and poplar in general, including cottonwood and hybrid poplar from cuttings. And I'm going to show you how to clone, how easy it is to clone these species. Same goes for willow. Right here, what we have inside the pot is a white poplar cutting that I cloned months ago. And it's a clone from a sucker, because these trees sucker a lot if you don't keep them in check. But if you want to clone them, an easy way to clone them is right from the suckers, because they'll root fairly easily. But here we go. We got a rooted white poplar cutting. And you can see it's doing really well. A little bit of diseased leaf, but you're going to get that with a poplar, but probably going to go to sleep. And there's resistance, so we know it's got a good root system on it. And the key to rooting these is simple. Not a lot of effort. They are a little bit more difficult to root than cottonwood and Lombardy and willow, but they will root. And what you're looking for is cuttings like this, and basically any cutting practically will root from a white poplar. See the branches. I have not rooted these yet, but we're getting ready to root these today. Basically, what you would call these is a pole cutting. And what you want to do is you want to pick all these leaves off of them. Take every single leaf off the cutting. You don't need the leaves. Some cuttings you need the leaves. Poplar, you do not need the leaves, because the poplar is going to grow new leaves, you like this one did. So what you want to do is you want to remove every single leaf from the cutting, and you want to keep them slightly moist. If you want them to go a few days, they'll probably be fine, because one of the reasons, because poplars retain moisture very well. All right. So what you do is you remove all these leaves and you put them in a medium. Today we're using sand because it's what I got, and they're not picky trees. As long as the soil is wet, they'll root for the most part. They're a little bit more difficult to root sometimes compared to their relative Lombardy and cottonwood. So, and I did this with this cutting as well. Put some rooting powder on, and some of the gel too. Dip the ends in it, shove them in the pot. And then what you do is you want to water this every day and make sure there's good drainage so it doesn't rot. And keep watering it almost every day. And within a month, you'll feel resistance and you'll see new leaf growth. And that means your poplar cutting is rooted, whether if it's a white poplar, Lombardy poplar, balsam poplar, cottonwood, which is basically a poplar, with the exception of aspen. Aspen is one of the hardest poplar cuttings to root. I don't know why that is from a stem cutting like these. But for any other poplar, you can do it this way. You don't need a dome. You don't need anything fancy. You can just root them in a pot. You can either use regular old potting soil as long as it's wet, or you can use sand. The key, or dirt of any kind, as long as it's moist. The key is moisture. Poplars like moisture, willows like moisture. And what you do is you put it in, you water it every day, keep doing that, keep it where it can get some light. They like light. And then within a month, you'll have clones of the same plant, the mother plant. But there's the finished product. That's what the poplar will look like when it's done. And that's it. Another way you can also grow poplars, you can use aeroponics and hydroponics. So, but yep, there's a way. This is a quick video on how to do pole cuttings And we'll do part 2 to show you what they look like potted up.